I am Yuliia Kozlovets. I am coordinator of the International Book Arsenal Festival in Kyiv, Ukraine. You know, these difficult times with the corona and the quarantines and lockdowns showed us how, how do we need one another, how do we need the human nearby. Doing a lot of different projects, all the great people from the publishing industry were trying to make the unique things, were doing a lot on their local level, and trying to make really significant ideas live. But when we were locked at our homes, it some kind stopped us, shocked first, of course, but finally make us thinking more about the initiative, now about the soul of our projects, about the sense of what we are doing, all of us. And it seems to me that it was a time to stop once in all this, very speed up the running which we had, all of us, before, to stop a bit and to think what is the mission and what are the goals of the project or of the company, of the entity. And in these thoughts, a lot of us were really, coming to the common and very similar things. I spoke to a lot of partners during these quarantine times in dozens of Zooms and, Teams meetings. And majority came to the idea that being divided to the home, stuck at their homes, we never been so united. And we came to the idea that this, possibility to knock to every door when you are stuck at home via internet as an instrument gives us a lot of strength and hope and probably, the resilience somehow, because we understand that whenever you are living, whatever you are doing, it doesn't depend on how much rich your country is or how much money your project has. You have very common questions in front of you. How to survive in this complicated time, how to find the points of resilience and stability, how to plan when there are dozens of plans in front of you, how to look for new ideas, being open to the world. So I guess for me especially, this time was really the period of, after the shock, the period of inspiration, understanding that speaking to more people, sharing your own experience, assuming that you can be visionable, or people are really interested in what you are doing, makes you more stable and gives you support. Actually, I'm coordinating the International Book Arsenal Festival, which is located in Kyiv, Ukraine. And before lockdown, it was a successful event. We have got the Excellency Award of London Book Fair for the best literary festival in the world in 2019, just on the eve of the pandemic. We were doing great on-site festival. It was really nice. It was an art, meeting books. There were a lot of great people coming to visit us. We had a huge international program with a lot of guests and literary stars coming to see us and to meet Ukrainian audience. We were quite successful in this on-site activity. Our festival is held by the Art and Museum Institution in Ukraine, the main one, which is called Mistetsky Arsenal, and it's the magnificent building of 18th century, where previously the plant for repairing weapons was situated, and now it's an art complex held in the exhibitions, art salons, the contemporary art exhibitions, and the festivals. So being held by the art institution, we were a lot of our minds thinking of the book as an art object, as a physical object which inspires people of different arts. So in frames of the festival, together with the book fair, we had usually exhibitions inspired by books, exhibitions of phones or calligraphs of illustrators and book designers. We had a great performance program and musical program. It was like really a holiday, 5 days holiday dedicated to a book. And being stuck in the lockdown, we were stopped like 2 months before the festival on the, really speed up phase of the preparation. And when we were, with the challenge of to understand what to do after, when you cannot bring authors from all over the world, when you cannot plan travel, when you cannot plan even budgeting so much, because you, instead of doing one plan, you are doing 3 of them, like for the strictly lockdown, for not so strict lockdown, and for the, green zone of, So when you are trying to understand what to do in such a situation, you are trying to be more creative, looking for solution. And all the, networking events which were taking place during the pandemic strict restrictions came to us with the idea that we should use whatever opportunity. I mean, if we can reach the author only online, we should invent some kind of a format of this event. When this online will be just an instrument, will not be, the simple switching from offline to online. Maybe we should think more creatively about how these new instruments can be used. There is a lot of, performance in this internet switching people together. So if we will think about this, like about the instrument which give us an opportunity, it might come with something unexpected results. From other side, we understand that the desire of people to understand how other people are doing this with these challenges makes to us with a lot of new ideas. I mean, I never can understand that I should be acquainted with a lot of really very great people from all over the world. On the networking events held by different cultural institutions and associations, we make closer relationships with a lot of creative festivals, book fairs all over the world, and learn from them what are they doing and how can it be implemented in our case. Another thing is that we can knock to and reach a lot of audiences which never were reached by our festival before. This year we have held the hybrid festival already. It was held in June 2021. And one of the projects was we were we had the online program for the part of our events, and making the cooperation with the Library Association of our country, allowing libraries to be like the embassies of the book arsenal during these 5 days, having the broadcasting our events from our online program for their local audiences, for their communities, enriching them with their local stars, like people who are familiar with the local community, giving them the content, the great festival content, which was via online reachable for them, and can be like a base for their own librarian programs during these days, gathering the community, the kids, families, usual people in their libraries as cultural centers, being the part of our festival. This audience was never reached by us before. We never thought about this. This is a very simple idea, I mean, but we never thought about this. We were so concentrated on doing the real festival, on offline festival, so we never were thinking about such an opportunity before. And these ideas are really in the air. I mean, you can, creatively, thinking about this and using the online as an opportunity, not the pressing, condition for your life. It goes to the great things, I guess.